In this episode, I had a fun conversation with Ankit from Mudrex, a marketplace where you can publish your own crypto trading strategies using a very simple UI or algos, or you can follow other people's strategies. They call it an open crypto hedge fund. In today's conversation, we discussed Mudrex's amazing number of users, AUM, and trading volume, their recent funding round, their ambitious growth plans, how their platform works, and lots more. I really enjoyed this conversation and I hope you do too. Hi, Ankit. Thank you for coming on Sunny Bitcoin.
Hi, Sunny. It's my pleasure, and thank you so much for having me here. And it's been an honor here, and let's have some good conversations.
Absolutely, a very interesting product. And again, just so excited because just I was telling you right before we started recording, I just yesterday recorded an episode with GoSats, which is
Yes.
like a non-exchange crypto company out of India, and so is Mudrex. I mean, you're also not an exchange, so it's
Yeah.
nice. The second wave of crypto companies out of Asia, India, and so I'm excited. And that was the whole point of this podcast, actually, to kind of have a platform for not the companies which already have a massive platform, but for companies like this. So I'm super excited for this conversation. Ankit, tell us a little bit about your background, how you got involved with crypto and with Mudrex.
Sure. My plans for this year actually were to join LBS in London for my double masters, but
London Business School.
yes, London Business School, and I got admitted in London and Cambridge, both LBS and Cambridge, and I was gonna join my MBA this year.
So
But
all IITNs and all now the first generation for people like me,
yes.
no academic backgrounds. It's nice. Crypto has finally arrived. It's IITNs and LBS graduates who are entering the space now. Go
Well,
ahead.
technically, I'm not an LBS graduate because I did not go.
So you got into it.
But I'm already a master's from NYU, and
Fantastic.
this was gonna be my second master's. And I got a call from the founder of Mudrex, whose name is Edil Patel, and he's one of the co-founders of the four people. And he's a very close friend of mine. He's been a very close friend since 7 years since I came back from New York. He's also from IT Bombay, and
Another IITN.
and
Great.
he had the first company that he started was called Niffler, which was acquired by Tabzo. I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but it was a hyper local coupon kind of an app where you could go to a mall and search for coupons into like a Zara store or like an ice cream store, and then you get coupons like right on the spot. And that got away to Tabzo, and then they ventured out again and they started Mudrex in 2018, and they were Vicom funded in 2019. And now we recently raised our seed round, $2.5 million led by Nexus, and we have Village Global, and obviously we have Vicom, and we have a few other funds like Woodstock and other crypto enthusiasts. So my background, how I came to Mudrex was it was actually very serendipitous because I was gonna leave for London and I got a call from Edel, and he said, "Hey, look, we raised our round and now we can afford you. Why don't you come on board?" So, and I've always been very bullish on Mudrex. So I, since the time they started, I mean, I know these guys from a long time back, and they're absolutely brilliant, and it's a very fun team to work with. And I was kind of helping them pro bono on the finance stuff because they're all techies, and they were venturing into something which is a finance kind of a domain. And I was helping them on Excel sheets and what you can project to investors and what investors would like to see on your platform and stuff. And when I met them in 2019, when I had no plans to go to London, I kind of portrayed my interest like, hey, look, if you want to have me somewhere where I can fit in, I would love to be on board. And I just said it by the by, and I never thought that this would actually materialize. And in 2021, here I am in July. I got a call, and I left LBS and Cambridge, and I joined Mudrex. And now I'm the founding partner of Mudrex Capital, which is going to be the asset management arm of Mudrex platform. And yeah, that's
So
how
tell
it
us
started.
more about the Mudrex existing products and what is the new kind of business unit that you've joined to
Sure.
start or activate.
So the vision of Mudrex was basically to have a non-coding version of strategy building, right? So for example, I mean, everyone is so fascinated about algo strategies and systematic strategies and stuff like that, but when it comes to coding, everyone like, hey, I don't know Python, I don't know MATLAB, I don't know VBA, C++, and all that stuff. But what these guys they did was that they kind of built boxes where, for example, you have simple signals like simple moving average. Let's assume 30-day simple moving average, and you don't know how to code it or script it, but you have a box. You just select the period, the frequency, and you put it in the box, and you connect box like dots, like it's like painting a picture, and you keep connecting dots like simple moving average and RSI and MACD and stuff. And you don't need to code at all. You just need to connect bots, and that's it. I mean, you can backtest your strategy over a long period, over any frequency, over an hourly period, over a minute period, and stuff. And that was the vision, and that's
So
how
to break
Mudra.
it down, for the audience,
Yeah.
suppose you are a trader and you have a specific strategy that if Bitcoin crosses or any crypto asset crosses, say 200-week moving average, then you want to become bullish or you want to buy, then you can automate that.
Yes.
So you can
Without
kind of create your own algo
yes.
using Mudrex, and it's a simple user interface. You don't have to code in all of these programming languages that you mentioned.
Absolutely. Absolutely
Perfect.
perfect.
Great. Okay.
So
And
that
how's
was
the
the vision.
product been so far? How has the reception been from the market? What are the numbers like? There are some big numbers on your website.
Well, we try to be more conservative on the website because we don't want to show, I mean, how we are doing. But we have been growing organically. Before the seed round that we raised very recently, we grew to 15 million AUM very organically. No publications, no marketing as such, no seed rounds, no fundings, nothing. And it
So
was obviously like
15 million is the AUM, and there's a
yes,
massive transaction volume as well.
yeah,
A
it's
total
more than a billion.
cumulative
It's more than a
more than a
billion.
billion dollars through Mudrex algos or platform. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Okay.
Yeah. And we are growing as we speak. So basically, what we're trying to do is we're connecting creators and subscribers. So, for example, Sunny, you want to create some algo, you can very easily go to the Mudrix platform and create your own algo and keep it private or public. So, if you want to keep it only for yourself, we're happy to do it. If you want to make some money by publishing your algo, and I, being a subscriber or investor, I can go and subscribe to your algo, and you will get some cut out of fee, right? And
Right.
so that everyone makes money. So me being a platform creator, we get some cut out of the fee. You being a creator get some cut, and obviously the investor gets most of it because he's getting the profit and the loss. Yeah. So
So this is
that's
like everybody can become a hedge fund or a kind of a, launch your own fund in a sense. When you publish your algo and you can get a cut of that, it's
yes.
almost like, yeah, and yeah, that's fantastic. Love the concept.
So that is the idea, right? So I kind of write it on my LinkedIn profile also that we are kind of building the world's biggest open crypto hedge fund, and that is the vision because we don't want to curtail people to only one of the assets. So we are asset agnostic. Like obviously people who are you're a Bitcoin maximalist and you only want to do Bitcoin, but we consider it as an asset class. We already have considered it as an asset class. We do not think that crypto is not an asset class anymore. It is definitely an asset class. It is here. It has arrived, and people are very interested. Obviously, you've seen institutional adoption, like people like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs. So we are right on the curve. We are on the cusp of breaking it out to actually making it a legitimate asset class into portfolios. So we are helping people to understand how if they introduce crypto to their portfolio, even a 0.5% or 1%, it will diversify their assets very very massively. And the upside gain is obviously, I mean, everyone knows that crypto is volatile, but the upside is obviously it's massive.
And when you say asset agnostic, you mean crypto agnostic or Bitcoin agnostic?
No, so we are in intra crypto. I mean, obviously we are in the crypto space, but asset agnostic means that we don't care if it's a if it's a Dogecoin, if it's a Bitcoin, or if it's a dot or it's a link. I mean, if you have a strategy which works on any of these assets, the underlying assets, we are happy to put it on the marketplace. And organically, if your asset does well, if your algo does well, you will get ranked by the Mudrex ranking system, right? So you will have more subscribers, and you will have better signals. You will have whatever it is, right? And you will keep coming climbing the ladder, and probably you will get a score from Mudrex, and you will get rank from the Mudrex, where you can come on the front page or maybe a second page and stuff. And this is all organic. I mean, we do not push anything. It is done by our ranking system.
So walk us through some of the basic steps for somebody who wants to say buy and sell Bitcoin, who's not a creator of the algo,
Hmm.
but suppose I want to come on the Mudrex platform and I want to, subscribe to an algo, but then there are bank accounts, right? How do I deposit my fiat amount, Indian rupees? And you also said you're available in 90 countries. Where
Yes.
do I trade? How do I buy, sell? How does that work?
Okay, so we have multiple exchanges on board. So the best part of Mudrex platform is we never ever access your wallet. We never deposit or withdraw from your wallet. Everything is transparent. You can go to your account and look at everything. So we have, when we say multiple exchanges, we have Binance, we are onboarding FTX and Coinbase right now as we speak. We have Deribit, we have Bybit, we have other exchanges which are already there. And the best, I mean, it'll take you 30 to 40 seconds to link your account, because obviously, if you're a crypto wallet on Binance, all you need to do is link your API to the API secret key to the Mutrex platform, and that's it. You're done. And now all you have to do is, go subscribe to algos that you like, and that's it. You're ready to go.
And
And
this is the amazing thing with crypto, that with crypto exchanges, there are such open APIs that are available. And so
exactly.
platforms like you can be created and can exist, which is fantastic.
Exactly.
So go ahead.
Exactly. So I mean that is the idea, right? We just want to make things easier for people, and not make it so cumbersome that, hey, look, it's crypto. I have to create this. I have to do that. I have to create a Zerodha account now. I have to go and create a Demat account and all that. So we I mean, it's as easy as anything. If you hold any crypto asset in any of the exchanges that we have, and we obviously are expanding as we speak, you can just link into your API, and we are good to go. And you can just, it's a marketplace. You can subscribe to anything you want. We are launching a few new things, very exciting things. I will tell you later when what we have in store. But it's gonna be a very, very good year.
I always ask in my episodes, do you have any Sunny Bitcoin special announcement? Nobody's ever given me one. Maybe today is my first
I will have
episode number
several.
17, which might have that.
I will have several announcements.
Oh my God, fantastic. Okay, maybe it shows the increasing popularity of my podcast.
Yes, yes. It's all
so,
on you,
so
not on me at all.
so to kind of again just to make sure that the audience understands how it works, it's like it's their wallet, and rather than manually buying and selling cryptos as per like whatever strategy,
Yes,
because you give Mudrex the access to, in some way for to execute trades on behalf
yes,
of your wallet, you still
yes,
control your password and your wallet keys and everything. That's with Coinbase and with Binance. Mudrex
yes,
doesn't have any access to that. It just is able to trade on your behalf, and
yes.
so that gets automated based on the algos which are listed on your platform. Is that correct understanding?
Absolutely. So let's assume that you are there are algo. It's like a market. We call it a marketplace because it is kind of a marketplace, right? I mean, it's kind of you are going and selecting your groceries or selecting your products, and once you do that, you put it in your basket, and you have your wallet is linked already, and everything is automated. You do not need to go and say yes, execute this trade, or don't execute this trade. The strategy works on itself. And if you go to your Binance account, if you look at the open positions, you look at closed positions, you look at the open orders, you will see everything that the strategy is doing. So it's all transparent. You will see, okay, now the strategy opened this position, now the strategy has closed this position, this was my PNL and stuff. And it'll obviously come on your Mudrex platform, but it will also be seen on your Binance or Deribit or wherever your exchange account is. So it's all very transparent. Yes.
And is there any risk? For example, suppose I have 10 Bitcoin in my account, okay, and I link the Mudrex algo, and say I give it a permission to trade with 1 Bitcoin, but because it has access to do trades on my behalf, what if it ends up doing something which I do not want? Are there
Well,
kind of those
absolutely
things
no.
something to be concerned about?
Absolutely zero. I have, I mean, in the past 3.5 years, this has never ever happened. If you have subscribed for 1 Bitcoin, it will always and always take only 1 Bitcoin and never ever. I mean, obviously, your 1 Bitcoin can grow if you are doing a Bitcoin accumulator, or if you're settling your profit and loss in Bitcoin. Your 1 Bitcoin might become 2 Bitcoin, and then it has access to 2 Bitcoins because it actually grew to 2 Bitcoins. But if you already have 10 Bitcoins and you have only subscribed to 1 Bitcoin, it will never ever take anything beyond one from your account. So you will have nine for yourself. Yes,
So those basic security practices, of course, are in
of course.
place where
Yes,
users don't
absolutely.
have to be concerned
That's why
about
we
that.
said that it's all transparent. You will never ever see. You'll never have to ask us, ki, hey, what trade is this executing and what amount is it executing? It's all in your account. I mean, you can see it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and of course, there is never any risk of Mudrex being able to withdraw
No.
cryptocurrencies because that is linked with your
Yes.
Binance, with your security, with your whitelisting of addresses. So that can never happen. Yeah, a trade
Absolutely.
might get executed, which you might or might not like based on the algo, but that's completely different than
Yes.
your just cryptos getting leaked to, that's not possible at all, of course.
We absolutely zero access to withdrawal and
Yeah,
deposits.
yeah, great. And what are the kind of fee that somebody can expect to pay?
So, see, the idea is to kind of create I mean, the strategies are somewhere between 5 to 10% per month, which is brilliant. I mean, if you look at anything which is give you 10% per month, it's absolutely amazing, right? It's 120% a year. and with obviously very curtailed drawdowns. But obviously you have wealth creation and accumulation strategy, which are 1%, 2% per month, and absolutely market neutral kind of. So if you look at the fees, they range from 1 to 2% per month, but the average is around 1.1, 1.2% per month on the AUM. So for example, if you subscribe for $100, the fee will be $1 per month. And if your $100 goes to $200 in a month, the fee will be on the $200, next $200.
And are there any minimums for a retail investor to be able to
Well,
participate in
yeah,
Mudrex?
I mean, it's actually just a namesake. I mean, the minimum is $10, kind of 10
So,
USDT. It's 100 USDT. It's not a lot. Yeah.
so there is no barrier to entry.
No, absolutely zero. I mean, the barrier to entry is. I mean, we've kind of created it in such a way that people who are like just testing the waters and you want to experience the crypto markets, they're happy to explore it.
Uh, I'm not a trader at all. I'm like
Right.
a very boring hodler. But just listening to you, I kind of feel like this is interesting to check out. Just like put like
Absolutely.
a
I mean,
fraction of some of your AUM and just see what it
yes,
does. It's just so interesting because you don't have to actively do anything. You
nothing.
can pick somebody else's algo. So this really sounds interesting.
And for example, people like you who are Bitcoin maximalists and who are just hodlers, right? I mean, they just want to, for example, you want to accumulate Bitcoin over a long period of time. All you need to do is go to a wealth accumulation strategy where you put in your Bitcoin. The settlement will be in Bitcoin. The PNLs will be in Bitcoin. So, for example, you put in one Bitcoin, your everything that the algo does will the PNL will be settled in Bitcoin, and probably by the end of year you might have 1.7, 1.8 Bitcoin. And I mean, irrespective of the price, because you don't care about the price, and you're a hodler anyway. So the PN, that is the best idea of accumulation, because your settlements are gonna be in your underlying asset and not in dollars.
Yeah, I mean, of course, the opposite is also possible. Are there any algos which have performed well in a bull market but have curtailed drawdowns in, like, for example, the last two bear market? Have you seen any? Do you have any favorite algos on your platform?
Well, we have several, yes. And recently, I mean, we recommend. So when people come to us and ask our recommendations, we obviously have our list every month. It changes, and obviously the market consolidated for a couple of months. Obviously we have a bull run now, but the market was stuck to 30, 35 for a long time, and everything was stuck around there. We had algos who were actually outperforming the market in that scenario also, where obviously the market was not moving much, but you were getting 5 to 7% per month. And now, when we are all back to the bull run, we will have some algos which will outperform the Bitcoin or the underlying asset because of their leverage strategies or their signals. So yes, we have recommendation which change every month, or based on the market scenarios, and we have all algos which also outperform in the bear market. I mean, it's not that you can only invest in bull and the consolidation market. If you want to also invest in bear markets, we have algos which will give you positive PNL even in bearish markets.
And do you know any of these guys personally who've created some of your popular algos? Just out of interest, like
Absolutely.
what do they do? What's their background?
Well, yes, it's funny you ask me, because these people are from everywhere. So we have kids who are creating algos, and we have a I mean, I will not take his name, but he's a very popular. He's from IT, third year or fourth year, and he's been doing algos for a year, and he's very popular on our platform, and he has several algos and several dollars under his algos, and he is making money on only on the asset management part of it. And we have
Fantastic.
institutional people also who are from different parts of the world, from Norway, from Americas, from Singapore and the East Asian parts, who are institutional people and who have been doing this for 10, 15 years on traditional assets, and now they have launched their algos on our platform, and they're also doing pretty well. So you see the spectrum, like a kid from a third year engineering college to people who are actually professionally managing assets. So it's a wide spectrum. Yeah.
I love this about the crypto space and the Bitcoin space, that it's
Exactly.
totally merit based. Like one of the Bitcoin price analysts who's become really famous in a very short time on Twitter. His name is Will Clement, and I mean, like he's got like 100,000, more than 100,000 followers in just a year, and he's a 19-year-old kid. Again,
Exactly.
crypto values merit, and it doesn't care about your background. If you bring value to the ecosystem, you can the community will adopt you, and it's just fantastic. Also, on your platform, your website says available or like users in 90 countries. How does that work?
Again, as you mentioned, the crypto is an open space, right? We don't have barriers. Crypto does not let you have barriers. The whole point of doing crypto is that you can sit in Philippines and invest in India, because in an algo in India, and that's what we've created. We have wallets because we have centralized exchanges and decentralized exchanges like Binance and Deribit, you can have an account, a wallet from anywhere in the world and link it to Mudrex. I mean, obviously, the countries which have banned crypto are a different case, but other than that, everything is available for everyone. So if you're sitting in Singapore and you have an account in Binance, you want to subscribe to Mudrex strategies, well, go ahead. I mean, it's an open field.
And that's one thing I love about your product and company is this,
Yes.
it's not an Indian product. It's not an Indian
Oh,
exchange or an Indian rewards card. It's a global
good.
product. It's
Yes.
global from day one, which is just, which is interesting, and really wishing that the global adoption is far more successful than India. In the crypto space, we need to get India
Yes.
on the crypto map.
I know, and that's the vision, right? So, I mean, obviously, we as we are crypto people and we understand crypto. Although you have been in crypto for a longer time than me, I was recently introduced to crypto 3 years back. But look at, I mean, me being a traditional hardcore derivatives trader for Barclays and then moving to a buy side a hedge fund where I was managing $300 million into a traditional fixed income and equities asset class, transitioning to crypto completely like in a day, right? So I mean, we shifted from traditional asset class to crypto asset class in a day. We think, okay, we are opening a bank, that's it. Now we are crypto. And I loved it. I mean, I just treated it as a different, as I told you, I just treat it as an asset class. I have, obviously, I'm not a fundamentalist and I'm not a researcher, so I cannot help you with a lot of fundamental, the price points and the hash rates and the addresses and stuff. But treating it as an asset class has reaped me massive benefits. I mean, I can do derivatives on Bitcoin and Ethereum. I can do long short on futures and on perpetuals. And obviously, the perpetuals are something which are only to crypto. They are not available in the traditional asset classes. So crypto has a lot of benefits. And since it's a nascent market, you can explore and exploit a lot of new things. And as you go along, obviously, the market will mature. But for people who are, who have been doing traditional FX rates or who have been into equity markets, it's a lot to gain from here. I mean, you even if you just treat it as an asset class, forget if what is the crypto's life going to be in 100 years. Forget that. You treat it right now, and you will make money.
Yeah, I'm not a trader, so I don't understand these words like perpetuals and stuff. I don't know if you want to explain that or it's very technical, then we can skip.
No, well,
You,
look,
you,
yeah, I will not explain it. I mean, I'll just reiterate the point that look, crypto offers you a lot of new products which are not there for traditional markets, right? I mean, products for people who will enjoy doing. I mean, oh, hey, look, this is available. Oh, look, that is available, and which is not available in the traditional markets. And it's exciting. It's fun because people who understand it, it's like a new thing, right? I mean, oh, look, finally this is available, and this is not available in equity markets. So yeah.
so tell us more about the new business unit that you've
Yes.
come in for.
Okay, so I will give you a brief of where all we have our legs in. We have legs in different boats, and we are kind of stretching it out very thin. But it's fun. It's very exciting. We have expanded from a team of 12 to 30 in a month,
And a lot
and
of job vacancies on your website. So if anybody is looking for a job, no
please.
matter which department, I think everything was listed. I checked it out, sir.
Yes, so we are hiring in front end developers, back end developers. We are hiring quant developers. We are hiring marketing people, growth people. I mean, you understand how a startup when it starts growing, we really start growing, right? And I mean, the vision is to be a unicorn very soon. So but yes, I will tell you where all we have our legs spread in. We are obviously the Mudrex platform was the marquee product, and it is still going very strongly. We have established a new company called Mesh Finance, which is on DeFi. So if you are looking for earning yields or yield enhancement products on DeFi or decentralized exchanges, please check out Mesh.finance. It's awesome. It's a very new product. We already raised 2 to 3 million on private placements. Now we are kind of making it public. And now, where I come into picture is the Mudrex Capital part of it, where I am going to offer customized and bespoke solutions to clients who are ready to invest 100K or more, $100,000 or more in crypto asset strategies and crypto products. So the idea is to launch a fund. We have already started the paperwork. I will hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have a fund available from 1st of October,
What's the
and we will be.
jurisdiction of the fund?
So the fund is BVI, British Virgin Islands based, and our company obviously is HQ'd in Delaware. So it's not Indian at all. I mean, the entire system is outside India. In India, we have a team which supports the entire company. So the idea is to have a fund where you can invest, and obviously it's going to be an actively managed fund, mostly by me and my team in the beginning, and obviously when we expand, we'll have more people around it. It's going to be actively managed in the sense that we will leverage the core of Mudrex, which is there, with the marketplace, the strategies which are already there. We will put more quantitative filters and quantitative parameters to come to a portfolio every month and rebalance it every month, and put extra dynamic hedging parameters, right? So we will curtail the drawdowns to a level of one fifth or one sixth of the traditional asset of the traditional Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever you have, the drawdown generally ranges from in a year from 40 to 50%. I mean, obviously you saw the recent crash, which is around 40 to 50% or 60%. But we will never ever experience a drawdown of more than 15 to 20%. We will have very similar upside to the underlying asset or the underlying benchmark, and we will have the volatility also at one fifth level of the of Bitcoin or of Ethereum or whatever it is. So the idea is for to it to make it to really reach out to people who are very conservative, conservationists, and who are risk averse, and they think, oh look, Bitcoin is so volatile and crypto is so volatile and the drawdowns are so massive. But we just want to create something which is sellable to anyone. I mean, if you go to your mom, dad, and say, "Hey, look, why don't you give me 100 rupees and I'll give you an upside of 140 rupees?" But you can only the risk is only to lose 20 rupees. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone will take the bet of 1:2, right? So that is the idea of reaching out, and that is the idea of creating a fund, because we want to actively manage it. We want to reach out to institutional investors. We want to reach out to high net worth individuals. We don't want to reach out to people who are itching to get into the systematic strategy of the crypto, and that's why the whole idea of the fund came in. And obviously we will have market neutral strategies also, where the risk to the market is zero, right? I mean, you can gain money absolutely with zero risk.
It's
uh,
mainly arbitrage and all of that.
Arbitrage, exactly,
Yeah.
based on arbitrage. And I mean, if people understand arbitrage, is there is no risk involved at all. Yeah.
I mean, with the first strategy, of course, it almost sounds too good to be true, right? That you don't have any of the drawdown and have all the upside.
Yeah.
I mean, is it too good to be true? Because
Well,
you can't promise that, right? You can, of course, that's your goal of the fund,
yes,
but
yes.
you cannot promise that because it's not necessary that'll happen. You do not have the volatility, and you still have all the upside.
Well, we do have. I mean, we have one fifth or one fourth the drawdown and the volatility of the underlying asset or of the actual crypto market, and the upside is. I mean, obviously, if the underlying the crypto market from today jumps to 100% upside. I mean, we do not guarantee that you'll get 100%, but you'll definitely be in a range that you will be happy about, right? Because so it's all about risk and reward, right? I mean, if you are ready to take some risk, you will get some reward. If you're taking ready to take more risk, you will get more rewards. So it goes just hand in hand. And if you are willing to look curtail your drawdowns to a level that you are accept, I mean, 20% is acceptable to almost everyone. Even in equity markets or traditional markets, people are okay with 15 to 20% drawdowns. And if you are bringing that to the crypto space, and we are bringing the expected return to be double or triple of the traditional asset classes. Because I mean, if you look at the equity markets, obviously it has been a massive bull run and everything is expanding at weird proportions. 10-15% per annum is something people now expect everywhere. I mean, in the US, in India, it's even ridiculous. People want 20-25% per year, and we are still beating that with the same drawdown level in crypto. I mean, that is the idea. Obviously, we do not guarantee it, but me being a portfolio manager, if I don't do it, that means I'm not doing my job well.
And Mudrex is a Y Combinator. It came out of Y Combinator. How was that experience? Do you know from Adil how the experience was?
Well, absolutely. I mean, Rohit, one of our co-founders, who's the CTO also of, and who's leading the Mesh Finance project. He was in the Bay Area for a long time, and he was working with Vicom, and obviously the entire setup kind of created our company in Delaware, and we have a C corp in Delaware, and that's how we realized this is a vision. And Vicom helped us in many ways. I mean, they helped us in our vision, and they I mean, the whole idea of being recognized by ICOM is because we were different. We were trying to do something which was not being done in the space. We're bringing non-codable strategies to the market, to the mass market, was not there. Obviously, now we have a few players, we have a few competitors in the market, but uh, I think in even in equity markets in India, at least, I don't know of anyone who does non-codable strategies. I mean, just connecting boxes and your algo is ready and back testing it. So that was, it was absolutely a brilliant vision, and Vicom helped us a lot. They obviously they mentored us for a while. Rohit stayed there for 6 to 8 months, and he understood. He talked to the peers. He went to conferences. He understood how Vicom can help us. And then obviously the Village Global people came in, and obviously everyone knows Village Global is massive, and they have huge funds under management, and they are also helping us as we speak. I mean, and everyone is so helpful, and they're also involved. I mean, people don't want to leave us. That it's brilliant, and people want to say, "Hey, look, how are you doing? Do you need any help? And can we help you here in the US, or can we help you in Singapore? Can we help you in Europe?" And we have so much interest in the market. I did not realize. I mean, it's all organic. I never pushed it. And for example, when I was in the buy side, when I was doing portfolio management for equity products or fixed income products, I had to keep pushing mandates. Hey, look, why don't you buy my stuff? People here are willing because we are doing a job which is there. I mean, people can see it, and it's just organic. It's awesome.
No, it's amazing, and it's so great to hear this because it's a very different experience
Yes.
than we had when we started Zep in 2014 15. By the way, we got rejected by Vicom when we had applied in 2015. I think Indian crypto startup, okay,
That was not right.
doesn't
Yeah.
crypto plus India maybe doesn't make sense. So it's nice
Yeah.
to know this absolute 180-degree turn in the way the market
Exactly.
perceives
Yeah.
Indian crypto companies. It's fantastic. And another very interesting thing that I saw on your website was that you've mentioned that you have your own treasury fund, and a part of it has been invested in your own algos with
Yes.
68% return in eight
Yes.
months. So, what percent of your treasury have you trusted your own algos with, and what do you do with the other part of the treasury?
Well, so I mean, apart from the funding that we recently raised, before that we had 50% to 60% of our treasury actually invested in all algos. Obviously, keeping some money for our working capital and keeping some money for the company to run. But the idea of the treasury, as when we wanted to put, where our mouth is, right? I mean, the idea is to put the skin in the game. And when people ask us, "Hey, look, are you investing in your own strategies?" We say yes, and we are investing in our own strategies, and we are doing it quantitatively. So, for example, we don't just randomly select strategies. We have a filter, we have a quantitative idea beyond it, and that is what we are going to bring to Mudrex Capital Fund also. So the idea is our underlying asset is not going to be a coin, or it's not going to be a Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's going to be a strategy on one of these coins. So it is completely different from what the market offers. We are not going to have underlying assets as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Dot or Link. We're going to have underlying assets as strategies on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dot, and Link. And this is
Interesting.
yeah, this is absolutely different. And the Mudrex Cap Treasury Fund that we have is has been doing absolutely well. We have a drawdown of 2%. Can you imagine 2% in this market when the market crashed to 40, 45, 50%? We experienced a drawdown of 2.5%. That's it. And we have been accumulating, as you say, 68% for the past 8, 9 months. And it's brilliant. I mean, if you, and this is the kind of example that we want to set. This is going to be on our deck. It's going to be on our pitch deck, that we have put our skin in the game. We have invested our own money into our strategies, and we are doing it systematically. We're not randomly selecting, and we're not randomly selecting the top five on Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff. We are putting our quantitative minds to it. We have a team which does it. We have an optimization algorithm which does it, and we have the results. I mean, yeah, that's it.
So, what are your future plans and any Sunny Bitcoin special announcement? And for the first time, I'm hopeful for a great answer.
Yes, we have announcements. Number one announcement is we will have Mudrex Capital Fund very soon. As I mentioned, I mean, the entire context was around the Mudrex Capital Fund. We will have an actively managed crypto based fund for all the investors from the US, non US, from everywhere around the world. It will be open to everyone with a minimum of $100,000 investment, no locking period. The fee is going to be very decent, very market competitive, and you can expect very decent returns around 5 to 6% per month with a minimalistic drawdown of the underlying asset. And walls also at a very, I mean, the sharp ratio, if people understand it, is going to be very high. It's going to be very, very acceptable. The second announcement is that we have Mesh Finance, which is our DeFi product. Please go and check it out. It's called Mesh.finance. It is based on yield enhancement and yield earning on based on decentralized platforms and decentralized exchanges. So, and we are doing the team is doing a tremendous job. I mean, we're gonna actually complete. In the end, the idea is to amalgamate it to the Mudrex platform. So it's gonna be one of our products on the Mudrex platform eventually. And number three is we are very quickly gonna launch coin sets. What do we mean by coin sets? Is that I'm sure everyone has heard of small case or small case by Zerodha, or these kind of crypto baskets offered by different kind of brokers.
Like
And
index funds, right? Like a big cap index fund, like a
yes, exactly.
mid cap.
So the idea is two faced here. The number one is obviously Mudrex will launch its own coin sets where you can have the top five market cap or top 10 market cap, or top five DeFi products or top five smart contract products, and you can just by one click you can subscribe to all of them. But also what we're doing is, for example, if you have a client base, or you are an investor who does not want to go and individually buy those, you can create your own small case or your own basket, right? And so, for example, Sunny, you like Bitcoin, I know, and let's assume you also like other
I mean,
products.
it's in the name, so it's not like you're not a big detective, buddy. It's
Okay, let's assume for a minute that you also like products which are for you have done your research on your own things, and you like, for example, something like Dot or something like Link or something like Cardano. So you create your own basket, and you will make it, you can put it on the marketplace. Again, you can make it public, and other people can subscribe to it. Your own investors can subscribe to it. For example, you have a clientele who says, hey, look, what is your opinion? I only want to subscribe to your coins. And
and the
you
percentages, I can put the percentage
Yes,
allocation, right?
absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you can do 50, 20, 30, whatever you want to do. And you can tell, you can rebalance it also. I mean, whenever you want to say, okay, look, I want to take out Bitcoin and I want to put in, let's say, Aave or something, you can do it. I mean, it's absolutely easy for you. And you can put it on the marketplace. People can subscribe to it, and you can have your own crypto basket, as easy as that. And you can put your logic behind it, your fundamental, views, or your technical views.
So I just want to tell the audience that I've just launched my crypto basket. It's 100% Bitcoin, and you can
Let's go.
and the algo is just buy whenever you have money. That's
So the idea that Sunny you have is buy Bitcoin anytime, every time, all the time.
yeah, yeah. Except some for like really, there is very small percentage of time periods which really you are in a crazy FOMO cycle, which I
Yes,
believe has happened just 2 or 3 times over the last 12 years. But besides that, you can dollar cost average or more or less you can just keep buying at any point of time, and then let your next generation enjoy whatever you did. You never sell, basically, just pass it on and die poor, but die rich in Bitcoin terms.
sure. Your kids and your grandkids will have Ferraris and cars in Malibu and stuff. But yeah, you die poor.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah. There's that movie in which Anupam Kher tells Shah Rukh Khan, "मैंने तो मेरी जिंदगी जी नहीं, तू जी ले मेरे behalf पे." So,
I mean that's what our parents do anyway, right? I mean I think that comes through the Indian legacy anyway. That
yes,
whatever we could not do, we'll make our kids do, right? So
so that's in the Bitcoin DNA as well, the Indian DNA in there. But that's interesting. Okay, so super thanks for all those special announcements.
yes,
And then I want to know, like, I mean, of course, your the company is registered. It's not a really an Indian company. It's with global customers, but you're operating out of India. Do you face any challenges on the ground?
absolutely not. I mean, because we are a technology supporting company to the Mudrex Inc., which is Delaware based. We have no, we have we have a team of 30 people, and we are expanding as we speak. I mean, we are hiring more and more people, and because obviously we need more people to support into our new ventures. So we have no problems as of now. We have faced zero issues. Obviously, people are skeptical about the entire crypto market in the world. I mean, even in India, and everything is a gray area because no one has answers to anything. I mean, it's just gray. So we are technically not doing crypto in India. I mean, we are, because we are not an Indian firm, and the Indian firm is a support team. I mean, it does not do anything in crypto in India.
Yeah, absolutely. And the founding team, or like the
Yes,
key people, you, Adele, you guys are Bitcoiners, or on a personal level, or do you believe in the broader space? Because I know when you run an exchange, like you have to offer what the market wants, but you can have your own personal views, right? What is your
yes,
personal view? What's the founding team's personal views on? It also impacts your treasury management, maybe.
yes. So, great question, Sunny. So the idea, I have diluted everything that I had in traditional assets, and I have put it in crypto. So to
So
begin with,
you believe in the broader crypto space? So my question more was versus Bitcoin versus other cryptos.
okay. So yes, look, I mean, obviously, you being a Bitcoin maximalist, I support the idea. I'm not against it, but I also want to explore other crypto spaces. So, for example, I have a very good friend who is a researcher for the block. and he has been brilliant at his calls, and he is deep into crypto, and he does fundamental analysis, and he realizes the the exchange revenues and how you can grow. And he has told me some crypto assets which I did not know about, and they have been absolutely brilliant picks. For example, Curve and Perpetual Protocol and stuff like that, I had no idea about them. And when I realized the underlying fundamentals behind them, I realized, okay, this has to make money, and there's absolutely no way that this will not make money, because the technology is so sound. So I absolutely believe in everything, with Bitcoin and without Bitcoin. I mean, I also have Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin, but beyond that, I hold multiple coins, which I absolutely love. And they are not random picks. I mean, they are not Dogecoins and Inushiba, obviously, and they are well researched coins. Well, where I believe in the technology. For example, I really believe in something like Polkadot. I really believe in something like Chainlink and stuff like that. So because I have studied their white paper, and I have studied the research that goes in building that something like that. It's kind of, for example, let's say I launch my own token tomorrow, right? Would people invest in me? I mean, that is the idea, right? Because if I launch a Mudrex coin, let's assume, the idea behind that is, do people think that Mudrex is going to do well? And that is the idea that I follow. I mean, if I am investing in Perpetual Protocol or something like that, I think, is the company going to do well? Is the team good? I mean, is their vision good? And I absolutely believe in it. So when I said that I delegated everything from equity or traditional markets and put it into crypto, I diversified my crypto portfolio absolutely. And I'm very happy with it. I mean, even in these markets, when people were skeptical, and I used to get calls every day. Hey, look, what do you think? Is it gonna die? Is it gonna go to zero? I said, keep buying, man, keep buying. Don't stop buying, keep buying. And look where we are now. I mean, even if you bought at 2 3 months, 2 3 weeks back, I'm pretty sure you're doubled right now. So
Yeah, of course, I have contradictory views, but that conversation will go off on a complete tangent. We are at 45 minutes, so
yeah,
so
okay.
that'll be episode number two with you and with Mudrex.
I'm gonna come all geared up. Yes.
But no, thank you so much, Ankit, for doing this. And before we wrap up, how can people find you and find Mudrex?
Yes, it's easy. Go to mudrex.com, or you can. I mean, it's as easy as that. Just write Mudrex on Google. You will get the platform. It's very easy to sign up. It's very easy to link your wallets. It's gonna take 30 seconds for you, probably, or even lesser. And you can go to mesh.finance to explore our DeFi products. We will launch Mudrex Capital website pretty soon, and we will make the Mudrex Capital Fund public in the coming few months. So very exciting times ahead. The coin set is going to go live in a week's time, so please check it out. But reaching me, I'm available on Telegram, I'm available on WhatsApp, I'm available on LinkedIn, on anything that you want me to be available, Slack or Discord or anything. We have communities over everything. We have communities over Slack, we have communities over Discord, we have communities over Telegram. Please reach out. Please feel free to come and ask us questions. If you do not like the platform, give us feedbacks, and we will try to improve that.
Super. And if you like this video podcast, please like and subscribe. Ankit, thank you for coming, and thank you for doing this.
Thank you so much, Sunny. It was a pleasure.